guys, how are you all? I am back with yet another video. If you have been here before, welcome back, and if you are new, welcome. This is Mansi from Readers and Creators. So today we will discuss about 10 books a person should read in his or her lifetime. Like everyone have their favorite fantasy novel or fiction novel or non-fiction or travelogue, etc. But these 10 books will impact you in a huge aspect. They will change you as a person. You will never be the same person you were before reading these books. These 10 books I'm gonna talk about have the power to inspire you in so many different and strange ways. Every person can get their source of inspiration from those pages. And the most important thing is they will take you to the core of self-realization, which we people crave throughout the life, and sometimes we even fail to get to that core. But I think these books will help you in building that level up. After reading these books, I am not the same person. I have changed a lot, grew a lot, developed a lot, and my confidence level has gone like true. So yeah, I think these books are so powerful and impactful, inspirational, motivational, and so many more good things. So a person shouldn't miss reading these books. So yeah, without any further delay, let's dive into our video. So the first in list is Tuesdays with Mori by Mitch Albom. And I never get tired of speaking about this book. I am truly in love with this book, and what can I say? This book has much more than only the words. The essence of this book is much more than those pages. Like if we try to take juice out of a fruit, most of the time the fruit is larger in size and the juice we get this. But this book is just opposite. We read 200-300 pages, but the essence of it is so wide that we will just keep intaking that flavor throughout our life. This is about a student and his professor who is suffering from a deadly disease and is going to die. And the lessons Mori gives to Mitch are just, they are so great. I have like 6 to 7 page notes made out of this book, and I still think that they are less. So the personality of Mori, the lessons Mori gave about death, about life, about how we should live, or about how we shouldn't run after collateral things and we should focus more on people and feelings in our life. So this book will inspire you in so many different ways, and it will help you in changing your perspective a little, which is so much focused on the collateral things, about earning, about a job, about a house, about a car and everything. No, focus on people, love, care, affection, and yeah, this will teach you that. And the most important thing about this book is this is not a fiction. So people can't say ऐसा कहानियों में होता है. This is a non-fiction lived by a person who wrote this book. So this is so great, and this is a practical example. So people will just absorb it more. So read this book because it's a gem and it's worth a lifetime. Second in the list is Becoming by Michelle Obama. Now Michelle Obama herself is so inspiring. She is like, I admire her so much in so many things. Like her attire, her personality, her way of talking, her choice, her decisions, and her focus on work, and her perspective for things, and her contribution in different type of fields. Everything. I admire her so much. And then I read her book, like Becoming. The name itself suggests it's a process of becoming. You are becoming something. You are developing into something. You are growing into something from this to this. So this is her life journey. This is memoir. But I think we can get a lot from that. Like a lot. And she is a Black American, so her struggles, or the way she came out, or the way she conquered, or the way she succeeded in her professional life or personal life, and everything. This memoir is like a guide of becoming. So this is a great book. Read this and read more about Michelle Obama. listen more to her, watch her interviews. I know you will fall in love with her. She is truly a inspiring figure. Third in the list is a classical book that is fiction, Little Women by Lisa May Alcott. This is a story of four sisters and their mother, the Mars family, and this book will teach you to accept different type of people, to accept individual differences, to accept that people can have different personalities. These four sisters are from same family, but they four have different perspective toward things. Their opinions are different and their decisions for things are different. But every other person is respectful in accepting those decisions. So that will teach you that you should be respectful in accepting other people's differences, in accepting their choices, in accepting their opinions when you are giving your own, which are different from them. Also, this book will give you the true sense of what feminism is, because these four sisters, one is too fashionable and she wants to wear so many fancy clothes and walk with the attitude. She is so feminine and she wants to do everything which a proper lady attitude asks for. One sister is too reckless and she wants to be independent. She wants to work for her own. She wants to write and she don't want to get married. One sister is so naive and innocent and everything. She wants to remain in house and be there for her sisters and her mother and her father. She is so family type girl. One sister is eager to marry the most perfect man of her life. So the female characters of these books are truly resonating the idea of feminism. Every sister have their own choices and no one else is judging them for their choices. They are independent, they are free to choose what they want for themselves. Fourth is The Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. Now this falls in the category of intense book, which will give you a excruciating pain and too much consumption for what reality can be, or too much consumption for what happens in a real world. This is about two female characters, Maryam and Laila. They have a huge age difference between them, but they get married to a same man. And this is a story from Afghanistan, which is a war-prone area. So this is a contemporary fiction having a real war incident, but including a fictional story. The way Maryam and Laila are portrayed is seriously inspirational because they are so resilient and they become friends even after all the things which are telling them not to be. Khalid Hosseini has mastered the art of expressing pain in form of words, and I think each one of his book has a special place in my heart. But this one still tops the list because this gives me a lot to learn from and this impacted me on a huge level also. Maryam and Laila's character is so motivational because they will tell you to be strong in the most unfavorable situations. To be resilient, confident and just go with your guts is easy when situations are favorable. But they do it all when situations are totally against them. So yeah, read this book. It's a great book, but it will seriously hurt you a lot. And you might have to take a break after finishing this book. So be prepared for that. Fifth in the list is The Book Thief by Marcus Joseph. Now this is also an intense category book. This is about the Nazi time, the Jews and everything. A boy who is Jew stayed in a Christian family where he met a girl who is so young and unaware of all the conflict going on between these two communities. The bonding between these two, the innocence of that girl, and the way that bonding is explained in the book. Everything just get combined, and after finishing the book, you will just stare in a corner and you will try to consume that. So this book will teach you about what humanity is and where being naive will lead you to in life. I mean, seriously, writers have this art. They are creating a character, they are creating a fictional character, and they are putting all those qualities in it which every person should have. so that after reading that book, even if we are not picking up all the qualities, we might pick a few. So read this. Next in the list is Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Now this is a funny book. After telling you two intense books, I thought why not tell you a funny one. So this is a funny book and this is a non-fiction. Trevor Noah is born out of a black woman and white man, which was then illegal to do so. So this is a funny book. You will laugh a lot while reading this, but also along with that, it gives a lot of knowledge about South Africa and the time of Black American, white American, and the laws made on them, racism, everything. And as much as I am in love with Trevor Noah, I inspire so much his mother. And you will know that why after reading this book. His mother's character is so unusual and yet so usual. Like, there's a perception about mothers, but his mother is not at all about that perception. Totally different from it. But still, she is the strong, resilient, and what can I say, a powerful woman. So, read this book. Next in the list is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now, many people say that this book talks about only forcing the women to marry a perfect man and marrying into a perfect family. Yes, it talks about that. But in the era the book is written, the women were told to dress properly, sit properly, talk properly, walk properly, eat properly, everything properly, just to impress a boy from rich family or high society. So in that era, the protagonist of this book, Elizabeth, she rejected two boys and she has a totally different perception about marriage. She has a totally different perception about dresses, and she is so reckless, careless, and like a bird. She has her own opinion and she stick to them. Also, the protagonist told you that self-respect and dignity comes way before love. So I think that the era in which this book is written is also telling you to be independent, to have your own opinions, to choose what you want to choose, not just to satisfy the whole society or your family, but also for yourself. So Elizabeth, she is strong and she is so inspiring in different ways. See, she is straightforward. She talks about her opinions loudly and clear, and she is honest. So this character has a power to influence you, and that's why you should read this book. Next is The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. This book I read in the beginning of 2021 and it fell directly in this category I'm talking about. This is a great book with so powerful words, and this tells about the depth of India, about the untouchables, and about how each of these things about casteism, untouchability, religion, everything's come between love. So this book is strong, and the protagonists are two fraternal twins. So their perspective toward things when they were a child and their perspective toward things when they become adult. These are two different things and they are combined into a single book. And it's so great because when you read them as a child, you will take it like their innocence because they are naive, so they are thinking that way. But when you take it as an adult, when you read it as an adult, you will be like, yeah, we do that. We take things like that. Or some traumatic thing or some single incident has the power to change your whole life, whole mental status. So this is good, and this will tell you a lot about what India is. So read this. Next is A Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee Devakarne. This is a retelling of Mahabharata from a Draupadi's point of view, and this falls in fictional category. Why this book is so important? Because in the society we are living in, the stereotypes are women need to be perfect. They have to have a good figure, they should talk properly, they don't sit with their legs like this, and they should that, all that. But this books talk about the flaws of women, and that too confidently. This talks about flaws of Draupadi, her rage issues, her ego, and everything which led to Mahabharata, or everything in her life, her sufferings, and in the end, there's acceptance. There's acceptance of those things. So this talks about the flaws of women, and that too confidently. So a person should read this to learn that women are not made to be flawless. They are human just like you, and they can have plenty of flaws, and they can accept it and move with that confidently. Last is Timeline by Michael Crichton. Now, Michael Crichton is the author who wrote Jurassic Park, and I haven't read the Jurassic Park series, but I have watched that as a child, as an adolescent, and as an adult. So I am so in awe with Jurassic Park, and that's why I picked this book up, because it's by the same author. Now, this is a science fiction, also time travel. Why would it influence you, right? Because it is so mind-boggling. This book is this thick. And believe me, you will just sit in a corner, you will try to escape every member of your family so you can finish that book. It gives that pace, that story and everything. And there are so many characters with so many personalities. So again, individual differences and acceptance of it. Now summarizing each book from this list for you, and gonna tell you one word for every book, what it will do to you. Tuesdays with Mori. Okay, it will change your life and change your perspective about life. Becoming, it will inspire you and empower you. Little Woman, it will teach you how to be respectful of people's opinion and differences. The 1,000 Splendid Suns will make you resilient and accepting towards the unfavorable situations. The Book Thief, it will teach you about what being naive and innocent will bring in your life, and it will teach you that you can't judge a person only by their actions and without knowing the story behind those actions. Born a Crime, it will give you plenty of knowledge about racism, which is I think the most important topic, and everyone should know about this. Also, it will tell you about a very strong, powerful woman who is mother of Trevor Noah. Pride and Prejudice, an intense love story which it doesn't just start with love and end with love, but includes all with it. Self-respect, dignity, distance, space, privacy, affection, care, and lastly, the love. The God of Small Things. It will truly tell you about the depth of India and how casteism, religion, and difference in communities impact love in young hearts. The Palace of Illusions. It will make you accept flaws of women because it's about a mythological character, Draupadi, and her flaws. Timeline by Michael Crichton. It will tell you about individual differences, and it will give you the sense of friendship and how you should move, taking all your friends along with you, not just leaving them behind and moving forward. So yeah, I think I have summarized it nicely for you, and you know why I'm telling you to read this book as a important books of your life. And yeah, just read them and tell how that these books impact you, and drop your comments in comment section about how you like this video, and just give me some content ideas. I'm too busy with my studies and everything that I have to create content in a hurried way, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, till then, keep reading, be happy, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.